Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. An undefeated Russian fighter with the intense focus and an iron grip stands opposite the confident American boxing champ, who has outsmarted all those that have stood before him. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. Who would win? Today, we seek to find out what would happen if Khabib Nurmagomedov swapped the octagon for the boxing ring and attempted to do what Conor McGregor couldn't in 2017, defeat Floyd Mayweather. Late in 2018, after choking out Conor himself, Khabib called out Mayweather on Instagram, and Floyd seemed up for the showdown. We can't help but wonder which man would have come out on top if that fight had actually gone ahead. First off, let's state the case for Khabib. At 31 years of age, the mixed martial artist grew up competing in the sport of combat sambo. This is where he developed his wrestling skills, becoming a two-time world champion. His agility, strength, and toughness translated well to MMA, where he currently holds the longest active undefeated streak at 28 wins. He has not yet lost. The majority of Khabib's victories come by way of submission or a decision, with the fighter racking up 10 of each. 8 of his wins have been achieved by knockout. The Russian has a typically strong chin and can trade punches while biding his time and looking for a takedown. His ability to swoop in and take the legs from underneath an opponent has earned him the name Eagle. Rated number 2 in the UFC's pound-for-pound rankings, Khabib is a tough competitor in any arena. But how does he compare to Money Mayweather? With a record of 50 wins and 0 losses, it's hard to argue with Floyd's statistics in the ring. A savvy boxer who defeats opponents with stamina and counterpunches, he is often regarded as the best pound-for-pound boxer of his generation. He fought across 5 weight classes and won 15 titles over 21 years. There are those that argue Mayweather did not face enough high-quality opponents to be regarded as a great, but he was still seeing off fighters like Manny Pacquiao and Canelo Alvarez toward the tail end of his career. We also witnessed him come out of retirement to handle McGregor with relative ease. But how would he stack up against a supposedly tougher fighter in Nurmagomedov? Mayweather is the much older of the two, by 12 years in fact, but is still in great shape. He concedes 2 inches in height to the Russian, standing 5 feet 8 inches next to the 5 feet 10 inch frame of Khabib. Money's reach is 2 inches longer though, measuring 72 inches compared to the Eagle's 70. Both men have competed in the lightweight and welterweight divisions of their respective sports and come in at around the 150 to 155 pound mark, with Khabib being slightly heavier. Both fight out of an orthodox stance using evasive tactics. They each have lots of stamina and can take a hit when they need to. Remember that Conor McGregor was able to take Mayweather to the 10th round, to the surprise of many, and he was notorious for experiencing bouts of fatigue in his fights. So what can the wrestler with a higher stamina and greater focus achieve against the boxing Hall of Famer? Let's ring the bell and find out. Whereas Conor McGregor came out swinging and eventually ran out of steam, Nurmagomedov is more calculated and has learned from the Irishman's mistakes. He is also used to going the distance in MMA fights, a full 25 minutes compared to boxing's 36, but arguably more draining due to all the grappling involved. The first few rounds are cagey, with each opponent weighing up the other. When a rare exchange of punches is thrown, it's obvious which fighter is the professional boxer. Khabib looks uncomfortable and frustrated that he can't go to his usual takedown tactic every time he is able to slip a punch from Mayweather. The Russian's punches look sloppy in return compared to the American. Both men are content to save their energy in the first few rounds, but it doesn't make for much of a spectacle. Seeing that the Russian is not going to be baited into being the aggressor, Mayweather's corner gives him the green light. Floyd scores with some clean shots, but the MMA fighter's agility and strong chin keep him from going down. Mayweather is content to score points and win the later rounds without risking it all for that knockout punch. As has been the case throughout his career, he sees no reason to throw away a lead and still has to be wary of Khabib's heavy fist that swings by him occasionally. Sensing a loss, the Russian throws a few awkward haymakers in the final moments, but they fail to find the target, who still has plenty of fuel left in the tank. As the final bell sounds, we go to the scoreboard for the seemingly inevitable decision. And there's the confirmation. In the boxing ring, Mayweather remains undefeated as his hand is raised in a unanimous decision. His boxing IQ is far superior to that of Khabib, and he could control the fight enough to win comfortably without really being tested. Something tells us that if there were a rematch in the octagon, though, Nurmagomedov would dominate Mayweather. But we all know that's a fight that Floyd would never take, no matter how much money was on offer. Do you agree with the result? Let us know how you think the fight would go down and who you want to see fight next. Leave a like if you enjoyed this matchup and subscribe to the channel for future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next round.